Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd start it like this so you can appreciate what my desk more often than not looks like. My eldest likes to make paper aeroplanes and paper boats with all of my paper. So this is what ends up on my desk most of the time. And I thought I won't tidy it up, I'll show everyone the reality of behind the scenes. He loves drawing, as you can see. Obsessed. There you go, all of his lovely drawings and doodles. So let's put those to one side and we'll check in. There's also a stash of paper aeroplanes here. So there we go, that's what my desk normally looks like. So here we are, end of week 4 of October. I hope you've all had a good week. I've actually managed to film this on a Sunday morning only because my youngest is poorly. So he couldn't go to rugby today. So here we are. It's been we were all on track basically. The week was all on track, and then yesterday we were planning to go on holiday next year with some friends. And last night we decided, let's meet up and plan this holiday. Find out how much we need to save for it or we need to spend for it, and we ended up getting a Chinese, so the budget went out the window. So I've got a bit of change that we will go through later, and I did have £10 in cash left over, but that's only because last night I spent £10 on my card for the rest of the groceries that we just needed for this morning. So I've also lost my multicolour pen. The black stopped working, and my other black pen I can't find, so everything's in blue, which is a bit annoying because I am a bit pernickety. I like things to be proper. Anyway, let's quickly run through. So I left you on Wednesday morning when I think I'd mentioned I needed to go out and get some bits for Beavers, but actually Beavers was cancelled, so we ended up using that for our dinner. So that was fine. I'll just quickly do all of these ones. And I also got myself a drink when I was up at our local shops. Popped into Co-op on the Thursday to get myself some lunch, so I suppose technically that would be groceries, but it doesn't really matter. Got myself a lunch on the way home from work yesterday. I gave blood after work. No, what day are we on? Sunday. So on Friday, I work in the morning, I finish at 12, and then I was giving blood at 1:30. So I grabbed myself something to eat, because they do want you to come sort of well hydrated and not feeling hungry, so you don't faint or anything. And that was my 21st pint of blood I've donated. So my 21st donation, which I'm really chuffed with. My favourite bit is that you get a text a few weeks after to say where your blood's gone, like what hospital your blood's gone to. And I've had quite a few where it's gone to like a women's, like an obstetric hospital. So it's obviously helping women that have been in labour or having complications with their pregnancies, which always makes me perk up a little bit. It's nice to know that I'm helping people. Anyway, enough trying to make myself look like a saint, eh? I've not been a saint with spending this week. So I left you here. So groceries, like I said, we ended up having those for dinner. We were going to do a campfire cookout, but the rain came in, so we couldn't really do that. Personal, got myself a drink. On Thursday, I got myself some lunch. The game that my husband loves that was his Christmas present. It came out on Thursday, so I bought it on Thursday. He's already got it, he's playing with it. I gave him an option and he wanted it straight away because he's not patient. Like I said, I grabbed myself some food. Then afterwards we got some groceries in the evening, and our normal box meals came out for HelloFresh. And then yesterday, this is the Chinese. Something's come out from Amazon for £7.49. I can't find it on my Amazon orders, so I don't really know what it is. It's probably, I need to speak to my husband. I've gone through my subscriptions as well and I can't find it on there. So the only other alternative is that maybe one of my children has bought a book on on Audible on the app, but I think you can only purchase it online. I don't think you can purchase it through the app, so who knows. And then £9.99 last night on groceries. So this is where we are. Let's just put a light on so we can definitely see. So we carried over £567.90. Box meals were £42.48. My son had tutor on Monday. Unexpected Chinese, and this was the Amazon payment, which I haven't worked out what it is. So that came to £124.97. I've got £6.31 in change, which we will sort in a moment. Groceries totaled £106.08. Fuel was £20. Personal went over a bit, but like I said, this payment on Thursday was kind of a cross between groceries and personal. So that came to £24.08. So that kind of matches itself out. It comes in total, that would be, if I took that over there, it would be £110. And like I said, I ended up with £10 left over, cash wise. So it does even out. This change, who knows? And like I said, I'm struggling this month to keep track of everything. So that brings us to our amount left is, in theory, should be £286.46. And that would be £160 in cash, which is our cash for the next week, and £126 in digital. Now, what I actually have is £108.95 in the bank and £200 in cash, because I have some money that I was going to take back to the bank. And then I thought, oh, there's not much point to doing it because I'll end up using it, for cash stuffing something else. But the more I think about it, the more actually that has kind of evened itself out, because I've got some payments and things that I need to order. I still haven't ordered dog food this month, so I need to do that, and that's about 40 quid. So that will all even itself out. So going into next week, we have got a total of £308.95. Box meals will be, that's the only payment I'm expecting, but it is half term, so we'll see. So the only change next week is I'm probably not going to be putting £100 into the boys' savings, purely because it's a long month. The spending's been all over the place this month because we've had new things happen that either were planned for but cost a bit more than we expected, or not planned for at all. So I don't know if I'm going to see what I'm left over right at the end of next week and maybe split that between the boys, but probably not going to happen, if I'm honest. And obviously cash wise, £160 of this is already spent, and then this is going to be our normal payment. But what I will need to do is get dog food. So I'm expecting that this week, and it's normally £38.25 with postage. I'm going to order that in a minute. So I'm just going to do some quick numbers actually whilst we're here. So we've got £308.95. We're taking £160 in cash out of that. We're taking £38.25 for the dog food, and we're taking £45 for the box meals. So that in theory should leave us with about £65 left over. So maybe I'll do £30 each into the boys and then just put that residual into the buffer. Can't really decide what to do, but we'll catch up next week and see where we are with things. So that's how it's looking for next week. I'm actually about to go and do the grocery shop, and I do have 10% off this shop, but we do need a few more extra bits, so it might be a bit pricier this week. Oh, sorry, I just shook you. Okay, let's put this away. Now, I don't know if you remember last week, I did actually have a full bag of 50p's. So I'm going to need to break into my tin and get out another cash bag. And I should have all of the 10p's that I needed. I think I was 10p off having a full £5. So let's, first of all, my ones and twos go in this little pot here, and then they'll get allocated at the end of the month. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, £10. That's cool. can sit there. So that all that's going in here is the £2.31, I think. I'll just grab a pen for this. Quickly, what have we got? £1.50, £2.31, yeah. So £2.31 is there. Sorry, my hair gets everywhere. Okay, so 50p's, we have got, we had £10, that went back this week, so we've got £1.50. And obviously next week will be our check-in as well. 20p's, we've got 2, so that will take us to £2. Scribble it out for now. 10p's, now I wrote 5 here and it wasn't 5, so that is now 5, so that needs to go back. Oh, so we now need another cash bag for 10p's. So we've now got 20p. And I think what I will do actually is go right back here. So we've done £5 there. So now we're starting again and we've got 20p. Right, 5p's. Oh, 5s are getting close as well. That's £4.70, so we need 30p more. £4.70. This tape is really good, but sometimes it does lift, it's a bit annoying. And then we just got 1p. So that's 89 pence. Cool, okay. Let's put that in there. And that up there. Okie dokie. So all there is to do for this week is get out our final week. I can't believe we've made it. So we should have £160, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So 120 of this is for the food shop. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20. £20 is my personal spending money and £20 is for my husband for fuel. So I think what I'll do is give him a £20 note. And we'll put this in my purse. So that's food shop money. We're going to go and do the food shop. My youngest and I. My husband is at rugby with my eldest. That's my personal spending. So that is all the cash, basically, done for this month. And as I said, I do have £40 tucked away in here. Which I might share between the boys' savings. I have not decided yet. We'll see where we are at the end of this week, like I said. The only other thing that I might actually do now is go into this one. Because I should have, yeah, £100 for October half term. What do? Do I put it back to the bank? Or do I... Oh. Oh no. Am I £20 short? Oh my gosh. I'm £20 short. There's only £80 in here. Oh, for goodness sake. Right, well, I have to use that £20, I guess. I wonder where I've mislaid that extra 20. How frustrating is that? I don't know where that's gone from. I'm gonna have to watch my last video back and see when I cash stuffed it. I wonder if I miscalculated it or if it's been pinched and I've not been told. That's a bit frustrating. Okay, well, I've got £100 for October half term. So my preference is to keep it as cash, but if I'm booking to go and do things, then obviously you end up paying on card, and I don't really want to be doing money back and forth to the bank. So let's leave it in there for the time being. I might put it back to the bank, but I can't really decide yet. Now I'm doubting myself. I might just quickly run through. Feel free to stay, or I'm going to just turn that light off because it really bugs me. I'm just going to run through and make sure that all of these envelopes are accurate, because now I'm concerned that I've messed up somewhere. Right, household should be 25, 10, 25. Health should be 10, and that is 10. Hair and beauty should be 20, and that is 20. Clothing, I think it's barely got anything in, 5. Yeah, that's a fiver. Family fun is empty. Gifting should be 15. And actually I'm going to have to take some of that out this week because I've got to get some gifts. Scouts 10. Yeah. Music lessons, or music, this, I need to change it really. Should have £30, and it does have £30. Car maintenance, I think, is all in the bank. £40, and that is in the bank. Emergency fund, it's got £400 in the bank, and that's missing. That's missing £20 as well. Oh my goodness me, this is really frustrating. Right, let's write this down on a paper aeroplane, shall we? So emergency is missing 20, and half term is missing 20. I'm gonna have to watch my videos back and see what I've done with this now. Excess mileage, I think this is all in the bank. No, that's £10, 160. Yes, that's right. And clubs is 40. Yes, that's right. Okay. So let's go through the rest of these then. So I've now corrected that. It has got 100. Christmas break should have 50. That's only got 30. I've got a feeling. It's bizarre that it's £20 out of each envelope. Do we not think? School trips, 80. 50 in the bank and 30 in there. School shoes. Okay. Right, Halloween. again, this will spend this week. £30, yeah. Christmas is 120, 100 in the bank, 20 there. Family birthdays is £20. An anniversary is £100. And 50 in the bank, okay. I don't think any of these other ones have got anything in them. No. So somewhere there's £60 missing from my envelopes. The last ones worth checking would be savings, although I think this is all in the bank, but we'll just double check. So 200 in the bank, 200 in the bank. Rainy day has got 50 in the bank. Penny saver should have 35. Yep. New Zealand. God knows what's in there. Okay, that's all accurate. So I'm missing £60 from across 3 different envelopes. Who knows where that's gone? I think I'm going to have to put my wallets in a different place. Okay, well that was exciting, eh? Missing money. That's very frustrating. I'll let you know. I'll update you when I've found the missing money. Okay, sorry, that was ended up a bit long-winded than it meant to. I hope everyone has a really good week. I hope if you're off for half term with your kids, I hope you have a lovely half term. Lots of spooky things, Halloween-y themed things. We've got a few things planned. Nothing too extravagant. I basically gave my kids the option. We can go and do one big thing, or we can do lots of little things, and they chose to do lots of little things. So that's the plan for the week. And I will catch up with you hopefully next Saturday night. I will check in for the week 5, and we'll do an end of month roundup as well. And hopefully I'll find out where that 60 quid's gone. All right. Thanks very much for joining me. Have a great week, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.